Welcome to the Church of Thomas. I'm going to be reading excerpts from The Awakenings in an Age of Angels. It's a book that I wrote several years back, and I'll be going chapter by chapter. Obviously, I'm starting at the beginning. In the beginning. In the beginning there was potential, a thought that held all things that could become. The thought was love, and the thought was the one willed to become. The instant of will brought forth the universe, and the birth started the body of the one, growing from an infinitely small point of contact into limitless expansion. There was no witness to this beginning. There was only the one. The thought became form, and the love that grew into all that could be. In the will of the one, the universe expanded, filled with substance but no form. The will of the one became that focus. This focus condensed substance out of the lack of form. This focus of the one formed the beginnings of the first galaxies, stars, and many other entities that were the body of the one. The substance of the one was expressed in all manners of particles, energies, and rules of nature. These all obeyed the will of the one. The rules gave structure to the new forming body of the one. In the fires of the first galaxies were newborn stars. The stars were of all sizes and intensities. In the stars, the one made the elements of more complexity, the complexity that in time would make life possible. These elements were the building blocks of life. The stars were born, burned, and died. Some stars' death were fiery conflagrations, sending forth the new elements into the seemingly emptiness to make new stars. It pleased the one when elements of life were ready. The first solar systems that held the seeds of life were not common places where life could be started. Some were too hot, some were too cold. Many planets were stillborn in their potential to be a birthplace of life. They may have been beautiful, but they were sterile. The one waited with infinite love and patience. Finally, that infinite love and patience bore fruit in the form of solar systems that had the seeds of the right elements. These solar systems were not hostile to life, and life was born. Life always is trying to be born. It is life's nature. When these places had the right combinations, the one smiled. As these systems condensed, as the baby planets collected their parts, sweeping up all that lay in their paths, the one waited. As the planets cooled into stability, as they made their atmospheres, as the first building blocks of various life forms, some made amino acids, the one waited. The one breathed encouragement on all, and they were encouraged to become better, which is the difference between a rock and a living thing. A rock is part of the one, but perfectly happy to remain just a rock. Life wants to be more. That is life's true hallmark, in the breath of encouragement as the love of the one, the desire, the attraction, and the order that could become life. On Earth, the one saw that life wanted to be based on proteins and fats. The one helped with rules to give these desires structure. This set of rules was based on RNA and DNA, and the path that cleared for life to have its order, to adapt, to strive, to grow more complex, to become more. Out of the soup was born the first life on Earth. There were many other worlds. On these worlds, life wanted other forms, and the one loves them too. They may not be seen as life because their rules are different. Life on Earth may never find them, let alone know them as fellow life of the one. The first